And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown! Jalen Nailor with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are pouring it on. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so a good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at the 40. On first down, Howell. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
To throw again on second down, Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Another throw for Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Powell throwing on 1st down here. Buying time to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Za'Darius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Howell. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 30 yards. And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Powell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. The play fake, and now here's how to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Here we go.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Give left side here for Nwangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now Mond. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Here we go.
Off play action. It's Howell. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Black shot. Red, yellow. Ready.
Here's Mond. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Drops this off with Nwangu. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Come on, green jack. Smash, red.
Mond going to throw it. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Frank Clark never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Howell with one final shot. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Vikings, a loss would have really hurt, but as it stands, it's an important win as they move to 3-5 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.